This is Jefferson Lalik. This is my friend Richard. I'm going to be interviewing him today. He has just experienced a job loss. Here we go. Hey Richard, how you feeling today?
Well, I'm feeling down in the dumps.
How come?
Well, I just lost my job and I'm getting a little worried about my rent and my bills that are going to be due.
So you're worried about your financial troubles.
Yeah, I mean, what am I going to do if I can't pay my rent or if I can't pay my bills? They're gonna want their money eventually.
Yeah, I get a feeling this is probably causing you a lot of stress.
Well, yeah, duh. I mean, geez, wouldn't it, cause a lot of stress for anybody?
I get the impression that you're angry for asking that question.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was an obvious question, don't you think?
Yeah, it was a pretty obvious question.
Sorry to, get after you so much, but I'm just a little stressed and overwhelmed.
It's okay. Have you thought about what you're going to do?
Well, I mean, I've been looking for a job, that's about it. And, just looking for a job every day.
What else do you think you could do?
Well, I thought about this, and I think that maybe I could, I could probably talk to my landlord. Maybe we can work a payment agreement out, or talk to the bill collectors and let them know what's going on, and maybe we can work something out, possibly. But I don't know. I have to do that yet. So.
How are you dealing with your stress or anxiety?
Well, that's a good question. I've got neighbors. And they're really great, they talk to me when I'm feeling stressed out, but they're not there during the day, and so, I don't know what I'm gonna do during the day, when I'm overwhelmed and really stressed. So I do have neighbors, but I don't know.
So you're worried because your neighbor's not always home?
Yeah, I mean, what if I get really overwhelmed? It can be really overwhelmed and stressful, looking for a job, and they're not home during the day, they work, and I'm looking for jobs, so I don't know what I'll do if I get really stressed and they're gone.
Yeah, that's understandable. Someone in your situation can have thoughts of suicide. Have you ever experienced anything like this?
Well, honestly, yeah, I have had a couple thoughts. I've had a couple thoughts about, maybe my problems would just go away or be just a little easier if I did end my life. But they were just thoughts, so.
Some people feel depressed after having a loss. Are you having trouble eating or sleeping?
No, not really. I mean, I eat 3 meals a day and I sleep pretty good, and but I've been feeling a little sad, not really sad. It's just more stressful and overwhelming, It's just a stressful situation.
Do you have a plan for how you would end your life?
No, not really. I haven't really thought about that. And it's just more really of thoughts, I just thoughts of, how I could possibly stop these problems or finish them,
Mm-hmm. Have you ever had suicidal thoughts before?
No, this is the first time. It was just a couple fleeting thoughts and nothing, I don't think any really serious, but I've never had any of these kind of thoughts before, so.
Are you using drugs and alcohol to manage your stress at all?
No, I never used drugs or alcohol. It's never been something I've been interested in, so.
Is there anyone you can talk to besides your neighbors?
No, not really. I mean, I have my neighbors, my family I don't really stay in contact with. They're out of state. I don't really talk to them anymore, and it's really just my neighbors, and they kind of work during the day, so that's about it.
I have a friend who is a counselor. Would you be willing to talk to him about your problems?
Well, yeah, probably. I think it might be a good idea. My neighbors aren't there all the time, and to have somebody during the day would probably be a good idea to, have somebody to help me out in that situation.
Okay, I'll contact him for you.
Great, thank you.
All right. Richard has experienced loss without serious depression. He doesn't really have a history of suicide, and he has no plan. Doesn't use drugs or alcohol, and he has some support, but he is willing to talk to a counselor. So I would assess him as being low risk of suicide. And thank you.